Most plant videos will just give you a list of plants, but today I wanted to do a summer garden design and show you kind of the steps that a designer would walk through to create this type of garden so that every single plant that's in the garden is chosen intentionally and has its own purpose. And I call this my layered design system. As a designer, I use systems and processes all the time to make my job easier and honestly a lot more fun. My name is Amy, and over at prettypurpledoor.com, I help home gardeners design landscapes that are uniquely you. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through all of the different plant choices I've made for a summer vignette in a layered garden design. And of course, I'm going to be using my plant layering formula so that we can have structure, texture, vertical interest, and all of those beautiful summer, fall blooms that will make your garden just look absolutely gorgeous. And I just want to state right now that the conditions and the zones that I'm choosing, they're not going to work for every single person that's watching this video. Unfortunately, it's kind of impossible for me to do that, but I hope that you can take what you've learned here and use it as inspiration to create your own beautiful layered garden design with a really simple formula. So let's get right into this video.
Okay, so let's try a summer layered garden design. And for these plants, I chose magenta and chartreuse as a color scheme. This would work in part shade in moist, well-drained soils. And the plants that I chose here would work in zones 5 through 8. First up, we have a dense spreading yew for winter interest in that evergreen color and texture. This grows in zones 4 through 7. It's another compact evergreen shrub providing soft needle-like foliage in a dense and rounded habit. This brings structure and year-round greenery to a part shade garden. It's hard to find evergreens that will do well in part shade, but the yew is an exception to that. It's well suited for foundation plantings or layered borders like the one we're creating here. It thrives in part shade and tolerates pruning and shaping if needed. Just a note that dense yew is adaptable and it will do well in part shade as long as the soil is well draining. For long-lasting color, I chose Forever Purple Coral Bells, and this is a foliage forward color in your garden, so you don't have to always just go with blooms. You can go with the foliage color as well. This grows in zones 4 through 9. This is a really striking perennial. I love the color of this. It's grown for its bold magenta purple foliage that holds its color all season long. While the flower spikes are a bonus in the spring to early summer, the real impact from any kind of coral bells comes from the rich ruffled leaves. This one's compact and tidy at 12 to 18 inches tall, and it'll bring a strong color anchor and unique color to your garden. To support the coral bells as a supporting plant, I chose Astilbe. This variety is called Drum and Bass. It's got magenta flower spikes. It grows in zones 4 through 8. I think Astilbes are very eye-catching and they grow in shade, which is wonderful. This variety produces upright plumes of clear pink to bright magenta blooms in mid to late summer. So it's bringing a soft texture and a strong vertical interest to a part shade border. It's got beautiful, interesting foliage as well, creating a delicate base while the tall flower spikes add a dose of vibrant color. This is more compact and floriferous than many other Astilbes. Drum and Bass performs well in evenly moist, well-drained soils and shines in filtered light. Just a note that it's one of the thirstier plants on this list, so consider planting in a slightly lower area of the bed if you're going to try this combination at home. Next up, we have Ligularia, which is also called leopard plant, and this variety is called the Rocket. I chose this for a contrasting pop of color. Some would call this like a chartreuse or a yellow even, and I also chose it for the texture or the different size of leaf. This grows in zones 4 through 8. It's a bold perennial. It has massive serrated green leaves and tall spikes of bright yellow flowers that bloom in mid to late summer, so right around the same time as your Astilbe would be blooming. Its architectural foliage and upright blooms bring striking contrast and visual drama to your bed. Ligularia thrives in part shade with ample moisture, making it a standout in summer shade gardens. Next on this list, I chose chocolate chip bugleweed. And this is a low grower or a ground cover, which again, I always recommend because this is a functional layer of your landscape that will really cut down on weed pressure. This grows in zones 4 through 9, forms a dense carpet of miniature maroon toned leaves that offer rich contrast to all of the companions we chose here. In late spring to early summer, it sends up spikes of vivid blue flowers that attract pollinators and add another layer of color. Chocolate chip thrives in part shade to complete shade and can handle a variety of soil conditions. Just a note here that you have to do your own research before you plant any of these plants. While it's not officially invasive in most areas, Ajuga reptans or bugleweed can be an aggressive spreader, especially in moist and fertile soils. So it's best planted in contained areas or where its spreading nature is welcome. Again, always research local guidelines before you plant anything. Don't just trust strangers on the internet. As nice as I may sound, I don't know your garden. I don't know your location. So you have to do that bit of research yourself just to make sure you're not planting something that you're going to regret. Next, we have autumn fern, and I chose this as a vertical accent in this garden instead of a vine. This grows in zones 5 through 9. It's got arching fronds that emerge copper bronze before maturing to a deep green. This fern introduces kind of motion and a soft texture to a vertical layer in the garden. It handles shadier conditions a lot better than many other vertical options and would bring seasonal interest as well as a variation in shape. So that's why I chose this one. Plus the movement, it's almost like a grass. It can sway in the breeze and add just another element to your landscape. So each of these 6 plants plays a really deliberate role in this part shade summer combination. The yew provides a solid evergreen framework, while the coral bells offer vivid season-long foliage interest. The Astilbe plumes bring a soft texture and height in those magenta tones that kind of match with the coral bells. It's balanced by the bold form and the yellowish flower spikes of the Ligularia for visual contrast, plus the foliage between the Astilbe and the Ligularia. Even though they both are kind of tall and spiky, the foliage is very different on these two plants. Chocolate chip bugleweed forms a dense, colorful carpet at the base of the planting, enhancing texture and providing weed suppression. And the autumn fern draws the eye upward with these graceful coppery green fronds. Together, this combination creates a lush, layered composition that celebrates color, foliage texture, and vertical interest while remaining cohesive and low maintenance. This was designed with zones 4 through 8 in mind.
So that's one example of a summer layered garden bed packed with bold color, lush texture, and enough structure to keep everything balanced and looking great throughout the entire season, not just for a few weeks in the middle. If you enjoyed this video and you want to dive deeper into this topic, I'd invite you to check out my Design Your 4-Season Garden course. We create beds that will look great not just in one single season, but spring all the way through winter, and how to use the system to make everything look great no matter what time of year it is. So I'm going to leave a link to that in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, I have 2 others just like it on the channel, one for spring, one for fall. I'm going to leave a link to them right here on the screen for you, and I'll see you over in that next video.